what I've been noticing, the biggest difference is not just the defense, but the secondary. And you talked about it, the tight-knitness. You look at last year, too. It felt like the secondary was just kind of figuring it out on the go. Like, there wasn't a lot of camaraderie, chemistry. Like, there were some guys that were friends, but Tracy was hurt. You had a lot of young players, rookies starting on your defense. Now, this year, you had some veterans, and you see the impact immediately. The chemistry off the field, that's so important for any secondary. The communication, and that was the biggest thing, right? That's why they fired Aubrey Pleasant. Everybody wasn't on the same page. I don't think you're going to have that question this year with this secondary, with now a new secondary coach, but also on top of that, the veteran players they've added. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, his infectious energy, you see that right away. And again, in one thing, and you kind of alluded to it, them talking about how everybody wants to see each other win, that's so important because when you have C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who led the league in interceptions last year, and then you have Kirby Joseph, who we believe can lead the league in interceptions in the future, instilling confidence in guys like Kirby Joseph, Ifitu Malifonwu, these guys that are young, that don't really know their own potential in the league, that's important. And I'm excited to see the Lions secondary this year because I think not only will they be night and day from last year, but they could be a top 10 unit in the NFL. They got a ton of depth now, especially with the young players coming, Brian Branch. I mean, who else better to learn from than C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Tracy Walker, even Cam Sutton to a certain extent, what he's been doing, communicating with the other guys in the secondary. It's beautiful to see. So I can't wait to see this defense. I can't wait.
And you heard him speak to that, how he enjoys the role that he's taking on of more of a mentor, of a veteran, bringing these guys in, getting them up to speed, making them feel comfortable. That's what he had, that infectious energy. You saw it in his interview. You saw it there, and then you see him on the sidelines with Cam Sutton, and you see them figuring it out so early with him only being there this week. He's only been with them 4 days out there practicing with the entire team, and it has already sunk in. But you're seeing that across the board. You know, you're seeing it with he was also pairing up with like Brady Breeze and Iffy and celebrating after a block. Like, it's not just the main front guys that everyone in the media is talking about.
Right.
It's also everyone down the list that is clicking.
You know, that's what we always talk about with Dan Campbell from the beginning, about building a culture. Well, yeah, you want to build a culture, but, you know, that energy, the vibe that Gabby's alluding to, that really even wasn't there last year in Hard Knocks. It was very...
Not in the secondary.
Well, just in general. Last year was more of trust me, believe in me, trust each other, do this, do that. And this year it's more of, this is easy. Like, we got the talent, we believe in the coaches, we believe in what we're doing here. Let's just all enjoy each other, get to know each other, and that will pay dividends later on in the year, right? Through your chemistry, your ability to trust and work with one another. You know, that's building a culture. And again, it's coming off of what type of season? A winning season.
Right.
They had a winning record. Whether it was really an up and down season or not, 1-6 to 8-2 to 9-8 overall, you're able to build this coming off a winning season, a winning off season, ideally a winning draft night. That's what you're coming off of. Credit to Dan Campbell. It's infectious, clearly. You saw even year one, it kind of working, but you don't get to see, I think, to the level Gabby's talking about.
Right.
Until you start winning, and they kind of did it last year, and now they can really do it at a high level this year.